Alright YouTube, it is Tom Witowski Fishing here, and my video today is going to be my favorite spring baits. Not a top 5, not anything like that, it's just my favorite spring baits. I'm going to separate it into two parts. I'm going to do like early spring, like February, March, and half of April. And then I'm going to do like the month before the spawn. Around here the spawn usually starts mid to late May. So we're going to go from like when it's really cold out, when the fishing's really tough, until like the month before the spawn. So right when the ice gets off, the two baits I'm going to turn to, number one is going to be a jerk bait. This is a Lucky Craft Lightning Pointer. This is a good color for that time for my area because the water usually is muddy when the ice comes off. So it's got the chartreuse belly, so it stands out, and it's a lot of rattles to stand out in the muddy, dirty water. So this right here is going to be number one right when the ice comes off. Number two would be a flutter spoon. It's just a silver spoon. This is more associated with trout fishing. I use it mainly for trout fishing, but I will pull it out in February, March on a hard bottom pond or lake. Just bomb it out there in the deepest water you can find and just hop it up, and it'll flutter down slowly, and it'll get an like unactive low metabolism bass, not to necessarily chase it, but to just catch its eye and get it interested in the bait, and it'll go after it. So number two would be a flutter spoon. And number three is going to be some sort of dragging bait. The two that I use would either be a jig or a shaky head worm. The jig I'd use would be a black and blue jig, because as I said, in my water, the water gets really dirty right when the ice comes off. So I would use a black and blue jig with a black and blue trailer. My second choice would be a shaky head worm. This is a 1/8 ounce head, because I don't have a lot of deep water, so 1/8 does good for me. With a, I don't even know how long these trick worms are. I think they're like 6 1/4 zoom trick worm. That would be my dragging baits. Okay, now the next portion we're going to get into is like April, May, right when, you know, when the fishing is really starting to get hot, when you can go out there and you can really put a hurting on the fish. You can put a hurting on them in February, March, but it's just not easy. My number one by a blowout is a square bill crankbait. This is the Lucky Craft LC Silence. So a crankbait would be my number one choice for that time of year. They just, I don't know, they get fish. I like the silent ones because I don't want something that's going to be too aggressive to the fish, so a silent square bill is key. Choice two, if the fish are being really aggressive and they want that, you know, that noise and that disruption in the water, it's going to be a lipless crankbait. This is a Yo-Zuri lipless crankbait. Next would be a chatterbait. Natural colors. I learned this from Tackle Junkie 81 for a trailer. I don't know if you can see that, but the trailer that I have on there is a little 4-inch finesse worm. The chatterbait itself, you don't need a swim bait for a trailer. Yes, they're good, but a little shaky head or a little finesse worm will do you just fine, because the vibration and the hunting action of the chatterbait gives the worm the action. Your bait doesn't have to have action. The lure gives the bait the action. So a chatterbait would be next. And then I figure I should have some soft plastic. So here is a weightless Senko. This could also be used in that first selection of water in like February, March, because it has a really good kind of darting action when you fish it weightless and you let it sink, it darts really good. It almost has like it's more of a subtle jerkbait presentation. Again, a fluke would work too. I mean, that's literally, a fluke is literally a soft plastic jerkbait. But yeah, so a Senko would work. You could also flip a crawl. Really, when it starts getting into May, your door goes from like this to all the way open. Like, your horizon of lure choice just expands greatly once that water hits about 64 degrees, 65 degrees. It's really, really closed. Like, really, in my opinion, the only two things I'm going to throw when the water's under 45, spoon and a jerkbait. That's it. That's all I'm going to throw when the water's under 45. Once it goes above 45, 50, I'll start considering the chatterbait and the square bill and all that other stuff. But the only things I'm going to throw when that ice comes off is a jerkbait and a spoon. I hope you guys got some tips from this video. Hopefully, I am praying that my next video is going to be fishing. I've gone fishing once, going for bass, and I ended up catching like a 20-some inch brown trout on a jerkbait. Check out my Instagram, it's Talmatoski Fishing. You can see a picture of that. But yeah, hopefully, I'm praying that my next video is going to be some sort of fishing. If not, it's going to be another indoor video. I know you guys are probably getting sick of these. I am too. But I'm doing the best I can, guys. Alright, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.